Choosing a career can be hard. Today we are going to look at one career path and how it might end up in the long run. Let's say you start as an entry-level digital marketer at a renowned media company in New York. Your role as a digital marketer is to use tools to analyze online data, look into buying and spending patterns, master organic search analytics through Google search, and execute new marketing strategies. In simple terms, you're going to see how the company is using social media currently and recommend suggestions to improve the company's reach. According to Glassdoor, which provides job information, your average salary is $60,000 per year and you get paid twice a month. Thus, you're making $5,000 every month. However, this is not the money that you go home with. The amount you keep in your pocket also decreases based on your cost of living. First, let's talk about the paycheck itself. From the $2,500 you make bi-weekly, you only get to keep about 72% of it. In other words, 28% of your paycheck will automatically be cut by the government and will go to federal, state, city, and social security taxes. So the money you actually take home with you is around $1,800 every other week or $3,600 per month. Second, let's look at your average expenses to understand how much money you will generally have left at the end of the month. The average rent in New York City for a one-bedroom apartment is roughly $3,000. The general recommendation is to spend 30% of your monthly income before taxes on rent. So ideally, you should be spending around $1,500 or less on rent per month. Since New York City prices are pretty expensive, you'll most likely have one or two roommates. If you split rent with two roommates, your average cost of rent will be around $1,500. This leaves you with approximately $2,100 to pay on other expenses. Alongside rent, you will most likely have to pay for utilities and Wi-Fi. Utility bills in New York City are on average $150 per month and Wi-Fi is around $100 per month. This leaves you with approximately $1,850 to pay for other expenses. To continue, you will also need to pay for transportation. The most used method in New York City is public transit, which costs around $130 for an unlimited monthly pass. This leaves you with $1,720. Now let's talk about memberships. An average gym membership is roughly $20 in New York City. Music streaming services and video streaming services are also pretty popular and are around $20 per month as well. This will leave you with $1,680. Now let's talk about food. New York City is known for their many restaurants. The average New Yorker spends around $600 per month on food and dining, and $200 per month on groceries. This leaves you with around $880. Next, let's talk about savings. You ideally want to transfer over $500 to your savings account to save up for the future. This leaves you with around $380 to spend on miscellaneous expenses, personal shopping, hair and salon appointments, gifts for friends, etc. This is a sample budget breakdown of your first few years out of college as a digital marketer. Usually, after a year of being in the same role at the company would automatically give you a raise of 3 to 5% every year. Getting a raise means you can spend more money on your expenses, but to a certain extent. In conclusion, planning your budget in advance is extremely important. You want to consider how much your taxes will be and then start taking away the definite monthly expenses. Make sure to have some extra cash on hand for emergencies. Also, keep in mind budget changes that occur after you get a raise at your job.